जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंदा। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपी कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय।
जय
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा एवरीवन, हरे कृष्णा।
तो कल हम लोग श्लोक 7 पढ़ रहे थे, 9th अध्याय 9 में, या और जैसा कि हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं अभी, ब्रह्मा जी कृष्ण भगवान की स्तुति कर रहे हैं, या उनके प्रयास कर रहे हैं। इतने मिलियंस ऑफ ईयर्स तपस्या करने के बाद में सुप्रीम लॉर्ड के दर्शन उन्हें होते हैं, और जो दर्शन हो रहे हैं उसका विवरण लॉर्ड ब्रह्मा जी कर रहे हैं, या सो वी रेड श्लोक 7 says, "O my Lord, persons who are bereft of all the auspicious performance of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activities are certainly unfortunate and are also bereft of good sense. They engage in inauspicious activities, enjoying sense gratification for a little while." It's a very nice purport. So let's just read that. Tarun?
The next question is why people are against such auspicious activities as chanting and hearing the glories and pastimes of the Lord, which can bring total freedom from the cares and anxieties of material existence. The only answer to this question is that they are unfortunate because of supernatural control due to their offensive activities performed simply for the sake of sense gratification. The Lord's pure devotees, however, take compassion upon such unfortunate persons and in a missionary spirit try to persuade them into the line of devotional service. Only by the grace of pure devotees can such unfortunate men be elevated to the position of transcendental service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So how can be elevated to transcendental service? And the auspicious activities like chanting and hearing can actually bring the total freedom from the cares and anxiety of the material existence, is what is mentioned. Yeah, Ravi?
शुत्रिट त्रि धातु भीरी मा मुहुर्धर्मनाः शीतोष्णवात वर्षेतिर तरे तार तराश्च कामाग्निनाच्युत ऋष्या च सुदुर्वरेण संपश्यतो मन उरुक्रम सीदयते में. O great actor, my lord, all these poor creatures are constantly perplexed by hunger, thirst, several cold, secretion and bile, attacked by coughing winter, blasting summer, rains, and many other disturbing elements, and overwhelmed by the strong sex urges and inflammable anger. I take pity on them, and I am very much aggrieved for them. Hare Krishna.
For them, yeah, it says Sampyasto man urukrama siddhateme is what Brahmaji is saying. So he's describing the material conditioned people, yeah. Anil?
यावत् प्रत्यक्षमेधात्मना इंद्रियार्थ माया बलम भगवतो जनईश पश्येत तावन्न संसृतिरसो प्रतिसंक्रमेत व्यर्थापि दुख निवहम बहति क्रियार्था. O my Lord, the material miseries are without factual existence for the soul. Yet, as long as the conditioned soul sees the body as meant for sense enjoyment, he cannot get out of the entanglement of material miseries, being influenced by your external energy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So as long as, very simply said, as long as the sense enjoyment is the key, is that's the goal, we cannot get out of the entanglement of the material miseries. Yeah. So it says Yatharpi Dukh Nivaham Vahati Kriyartha is what Lord Brahma is saying. Ajay?
जी अहन्या प्रतोत्तरकर्णा निशिह निह शयाना नाना मनोरथ धिया क्षण भग्न निद्राः देवाः तार्थ रचना ऋषियोऽपि देव युष्म ताप्रसंगम विमुखा इह संसरन्ति. Such non-devotees engage their senses in very troublesome and extensive work, and they suffer insomnia at night because their intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. They are frustrated in all their various plans by supernatural power. Even great sages, if they are against your transcendental topics, must rotate in the material world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So we know that like the intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. And that's a normal activity of the materially conditioned living entities. Yeah. Nana manoradhya kshanbhagna nidra hai. So, and actually very beautiful purport. Now let's read this, Sachin.
Persons who are falsely under the impression of being liberated without devotional service to the Lord may reach the goal of Brahmajyoti, but because of their impure consciousness and for want of shelter in Vaikuntha Lokas, such so-called liberated persons again fall down into material existence. Bhagavad Gita 10.2.32. Therefore, no one can manufacture any system of religion without the principle of devotional service to the Lord, as we find in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The initiator of religious principles is the Lord himself. In Bhagavad Gita, also, we find that the Lord condemns all forms of religion other than that which entails the process of surrendering unto the Supreme. Any system which leads one to the devotional service of the Lord and nothing else is actually religion or philosophy. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So really, what is a religion, right? So everyone, so many people talk about different types of religion and all that, but the religion is the devotional service of the Lord. That's the actual religion. And it says like in the 6th canto, right? We are still on 3rd canto, right? So we'll get to 6th canto, but it says that in the 6th canto, we find the following statements of Yamraj, the controller of the unfaithful living entities. And what Yamraj is saying is in these shloks. Let's just read the meaning of that. Mittu, Hare Krishna, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna, Uncle. Hare Krishna, everyone. Sure. The principles of religion are initiated by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and no one else, including the sages and demigods, can manufacture any such principles. Since even great sages and demigods are unauthorized to inaugurate such principles of religion, what to speak of others? The so-called mystics, demons, human beings, Vidyadharas, and Charanas living in the lower planets. 12 personalities: Brahma, Narad, Lord Shiva, Kumar, Kapila, Manu, Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, Bhishma, Bali Sukadev, Goswami, and Yamraj. are agents of the Lord authorized to speak and propagate the principles of religion.
Krishna, yeah. So we saw that, I mean, very simply, not anyone can just start some kind of religion, yeah, like not like just manufacture any other principles. Only 12 personalities, and we saw like Lord Brahma, Narad, Lord Shiva, right? So they Goswamiji and Yamaraj. So they are the agents of the authorized to speak, propagate the principles of religion. So they are the 12 personalities mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, and as we know, like Bhishma Pitamaha gave the message of religion, yeah, जब वो बानों की सया पर लेटे थे उस समय, if you remember, did the, and then after that he did the Bhishma Stuti, right? So that's what is being mentioned here. Hare Krishna, Rasikshan Prabhuji.
त्वं भक्ति योग परिभावित हृत सरोज अस्य श्रुत छित पथो ननुनाथ पुंसाम यदधियाता उरुगाय विभावयन्ति तददुकुहु प्राणयसे सदनुग्रहाय. Translation. O my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed, and you take your seat there. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of the transcendence, in which they always think of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you. That's how much merciful to the devotees, yeah, the Supreme Lord is what Lord Brahma is saying right now. Saying. Tarun?
नाति प्रसीदति तथोपचेतोपचारे राराधित सुरगणे हृदिबद्ध कामेह यत् सर्वे भूतदय या स दलभ्यो को नाना जने श्ववहित सुहद्र अंतर आत्मा. Translation. My Lord, you are not very much satisfied by the worship of the demigods, who arrange for your worship very pompously with various paraphernalia, but who are full of material hankerings. You are situated in everyone's heart as a super soul just to show your causeless mercy. And you are the eternal well-wisher, but you are unavailable for the non-devotee. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? But Lord is available for his devotees. Second.
उन्साम मतो विविध कर्म वीरध्वराध्ये दानेन चोग्रत परिचर्याय च आराधनं भगवतस्तत्व सत्क्रियार्थो धर्मो अर्पितः कहिर्चिद्मिर्यते न यत्र. But the pious activities of the people, such as performance of Vedic rituals, charity, austere penances, and transcendental service, performed with a view to worship you and satisfy you by offering you the fruitive results, are also beneficial. Such acts of religion never go in vain. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. Such acts of religion never go to vain. Ravi?
Shashwat Taswarupa Mahasaiva Nipita Bheda Mohaya Bodhadhishnaya Nama Parasme Vishwodbhava Pastitishleshu Nimitta Leela Rasayate Nama Idam Chakrameshwaraya. Let me offer my obeisance unto the Supreme Transcendence, who is eternally distinguished by his internal potency. His indistinguishable impersonal feature is realized by intelligence for self-realization. I offer my obedience unto him who by his pastimes enjoy the creation, maintenance, and dissolution of the cosmic manifestation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So this is how Lord Brahmaji is paying his obeisances to Lord Sri Krishna. Anilji?
जी हाँ. यस्यावतार गुण कर्म विडम्बनानि नामानि ये सुविगमे विवशा गणन्ति ते नैक जन्म शमलम सहसैव हित्वा संयान्यत्या नत्य पाव्रतामृतं तमजं प्रपद्ये. Let me take shelter of the lotus feet of him whose incarnations, qualities, and activities are mysterious imitations of worldly affairs. One who invokes his transcendental names, even unconsciously, at the time he quits this life, is certainly washed immediately of the sins of many, many births and attains him without fail. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So such an important fact mentioned here, right? One who invokes his transcendental names, even unconsciously, at the time he quits this life. Yeah? Says, Namani ye asuvigame vivasha grinanti te anek janma shamlam sahaseva hitva. Yeah, is certainly washed immediately of the sins of many, many births, right? Like we are in the cycle of birth and death, right? Disease, old age, many, many. But all these sins which have been done in those many births gets washed immediately and then attains him without fail. Yeah. And that happens if you are continuously chanting, continuously practicing, then at the time one quits the life, there is a possibility that transcendental name is invoked. Yeah. Ajay?
Sure. Yo va aham cha गिरिश्रश्च विभुः स्वयं च स्थिर युद्धः प्रलयेत आत्ममूलं भित्त्वा त्रिपादृशविधः एक उर्प्ररोह तस्मै नमो भगवते भुवनद्रुमाय. Your lordship is the prime root of the tree of planetary system. This tree has grown by first penetrating the material nature in three trunks, as me, Shiva, and you, the Almighty, for creation, maintenance, and dissolution, and we three have grown with many branches. Therefore, I offer my obeisance unto you, the tree of the cosmic manifestation. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Yeah. So Lord Brahmaji is saying, you are the prime root of the tree of the planetary systems. Yeah. And then the Lord Sri Vishnu, right? Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are the three trunks to start with, and they are responsible for creation, maintenance, and dissolution, and they have grown with many branches. And then Lord Brahmaji is saying, Tasme Namo Bhagavate Bhuvana Drumaya. So I offer my obeisances unto you. So like this, Lord Brahmaji is continuously praying to Lord Sri Vishnu. Yeah. Mittu, would you read?
Yeah. Loko vikarma nirata kushale pramata karmani ayam tvad udite bhavad archane sve yas tavad asya balvan iha jivitasham sadyash chinati animishaya namostu tasmai. People in general all engage in foolish acts, not in the really beneficial activities enunciated directly by you for their guidance. As long as their tendency for foolish work remains powerful, all their plans in the struggle for existence will be cut to pieces. I therefore offer my obeisances unto him who acts as eternal time.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So continuous prayer of Lord Brahmaji. Yeah. By Lord Brahma. Shiksha Prabhuji.
थोड़ा नीचे लाइए, ऊपर गए, थोड़ा डाउन। यस्माद् विभिज्ञो हमपि द्विपरार्धधिषणः मध्यास्थितः सकललोक नमस्कृतं यतः तेऽपि तवोपो बहुशवो वरुणमानः तस्मै नमो भगवते अधिमुखाय तुभ्यम्। Translation: Your Lordship, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are infatigable, time and enjoyer of all sacrifices, although I am situated in the abode, which will continue to exist for a time duration of 2 prardhas. Although I am the leader of all other planets in the universe, and although I have undergone many years of penances of self-realization, still I offer my respect unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Lord Brahmaji is saying that although I have undergone many years of penance for self-realization, right? That's what Brahmaji did. As we know, right? Tepe tapo bahu savo avaru saman. Still, stasame namo bhagavate adhim khaya tubhyam. Means I offer my respects unto you. So this way, Lord Brahmaji is continuously praying. Ajay?
तीर्य मनुष्य विबुधादिषु जीवयोनि श्वात्मेक्ष यात्र मकृत सेतु परिप्यसा यह रेमे निरस्त विषयोप्यवरुद्ध देह तस्मै नमो भगवते पुरुषोत्तमाय. O my Lord, your own will you appear in the various species of living entities among animals taller than human beings, as well as among the demigods to perform your transcendental pastimes. You are not affected by material contamination. You come just to fulfill the obligations of your own principles of religion, and therefore, O Supreme Personality, I offer my obeisance into your manifesting such different forms. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So same namo bhagavate purushottamaya. So, Anilji?
यो विद्ययानुपहतोऽपि दशार्ध भृत्या निद्रामुवाह जठरी कृतलोकयात्रः अन्तर्जले अहि कशिपुष्पर्शानुकूलां भीमोर्मि मालिनी जनस्य सुखं विप्रणर्वन. My Lord, you accept the pleasure of sleeping in the water of devastation, where there are violent waves, and you enjoy pleasure on the bed of snakes, showing the happiness of your sleep to intelligent persons. At that time, all the universal planets are stationed within your abdomen. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Yeah, so we read, right, how at the time of, like, with Seshnag, Garbhodaksha Vishnu is lying on the casual ocean. Before Brahmaji was born onto his abdomen. So, I think let's just quickly read Rajitendra.
Persons who cannot think of anything beyond the limit of their own power are like frogs in a well who cannot imagine the length and breadth of the great Pacific Ocean. Such people take it as legendary when they hear that the Supreme Lord is lying on his bed within the great ocean of the universe. They are surprised that one can lie down within water and sleep very happily, but a little intelligence can mitigate the foolish astonishment. There are many living entities within the bed of the ocean who also enjoy the material body activities of eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. Hare Krishna.
Right. And it says, if such insignificant living entities can enjoy life within water, why can the Supreme Lord, right? So this is just to explain the Garbhodaksha Vishnu lying on the casual ocean. So we are going to pause here since only 1 minute left. And we will continue hearing Brahma Samhita for another minute, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. So, and thank you again, everyone, for completing 150th satsang. So that's really nice. So we'll hear and see you tomorrow.
गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि वेणुं कोणन्तमरविन्ददलायताक्षं वरहार्वतं समसिताम्बुदसुन्दराङ्गम् कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषशोभम् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि आलोलचन्द्रकलसद्वनमाल्यवंशे रत्नाङ्गदं प्रणयकेलिकलाविलासं श्यामं